Hello, my name is Shamel, and I'm going to be going over this presentation on the 21st century world trading systems. What is the 21st century world trading system? The 21st century world trading system refers to the modern global networks of the trades in goods, services, and digital products between countries. Unlike earlier systems, it is highly interconnected, technology-driven, and depends on global supply chains. At the center of this system is the World Trade Organization, which is the acronym of WTO, which was established in 1995. The WTO sets international trade rules, resolves disputes between countries, and promotes free and fair trade worldwide. Today's trade system goes beyond just physical goods. It includes service, data, and intellectual property, making it more complex and influential than ever before. Key historical shift. The global trade system has shifted from the 20th century shallow integration to a more modern deep integration. In the past, trade agreement under the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, which was the acronym of GATT, mainly focused on reducing tariffs and goods. But today, you see trades go much deeper, covering services, intellectual property, labor standards, and regulations. This shift reflects on how economies are now more interconnected and dependent on cooperations beyond simple import-export rules. The rise of global supply chains. Modern trade is driven by global supply chains, which is the acronym for GSC, where production is spread across multiple countries. So that's as if there are import-exports of the same product from different countries and you are getting it from different countries. Instead of one country making an entire product, different parts are produced in different regions, assembled elsewhere. For example, if you have a smartphone, you have a battery made in Mexico, you have the body of the smartphone made in China, and then you just have internals made in the United States. That would be a great example of that. For example, if the smartphone may be designed in the US, manufactured in Asia, and then sold worldwide. That can also be an example. The system increases efficiency, it lowers the cost, and boosts trade volume, but also makes economies more interdependent and vulnerable to disruptions. The digital revolution and trade. The rise of internet has transformed trade into a digital economy. Digital trade includes e-commerce, online services, cloud computing, and cross-border data flows. Platforms like Amazon and Alibaba Group allow businesses to reach global markets instantly. That's why those are so good, because they're so paced out around the world. This has made the trade faster, more accessible, and less dependent on physical goods, creating new opportunities for businesses and individuals worldwide. So that's everyone. That could be independent people or businesses. Emerging economies as global drivers. Economic power is shifting toward emerging economies. Countries like China, India, Brazil now make up a significant share of the global GDP and trade. So just those countries alone are making up a lot of the trade. These nations have become major producers, consumers, and exporters, reshaping global markets and reducing the dominance of traditional Western economies. Geopolitical tension and trade fragmentation. One major challenge is rising geopolitical tensions, especially between the United States and China. Trade wars, such as tariffs and restrictions, are causing fragmentation, where countries trade within more of their region rather than going to trade with the U.S. because of all these tariffs and everything. This can reduce the efficiency, increase costs of various items, and slow down the global economic growth. We don't want to see this happen, because usually when different countries are working together, then they're both benefiting. But if one country is just using its own countries for its own resources, then obviously that country is going to only benefit and not both countries. So sustainability and policy and integration. You got to know your material in advance. You got to always anticipate common questions and then rehearse your responses. Opportunities, so like future outlooks. The future of trade is shaped by new technological and innovation. Technologies like artificial intelligence and blockchains can improve supply chain efficiency, transparency, and security. There's also potential for reform within the World Trade Organization, which is the WTO, to better handle digital trade and modern challenges, creating a more adaptable and inclusive system. Just to go over this, 21st century global trade system is more interconnected, digital, and complex than ever before. It offers major benefits like efficiency and global access, but also challenges such as political tension and sustainability concerns. Overall, the system continues to evolve, and its future will depend on how well countries adapt to new technologies and global challenges such as tariffs or any problems that are coming with the world. Another important part of the modern trade is digital trade. That's a big thing that you're seeing right now. Companies now sell products and services online, and the data flows between countries instantly. So big companies like Amazon, Alibaba, Temu groups have changed how people buy and sell goods around the world. This opened up opportunities for a lot of small businesses. Emerging economies like China and India play a much bigger role in global trade today. These countries have grown quickly and now produce and export a large amount of goods and services. This shift has changed the balance of economic power, making global trade more competitive. However, the system also faces problems. There are increasing trade tensions. Tariffs are a big increasing trade tension. Disagreements between major economies like the United States and China, events like COVID-19 pandemic, showed how fragile supply chains can be, causing shortages and delays around the world just like that instantaneously. Because of this, some countries are trying to bring production back home to their own countries so they don't have to worry about delays or instantaneous stops on production of goods and exports. Over the 21st century, the trading system is more connected, it's more fast, technology driven is the fastest it's ever been right now, but also comes with just that risk because how we were talking about where some countries they'll lose partnership with other countries, or stuff will just fall, trades will go down, trades will fall, and then exports and imports will either be late or not come, so then you have to find another way for your own country.